We're going to make some embellishments today, some leftover polymer clay. I've made a push mold and used the mold to make a lot of faces. And I'm going to use gesso because as you can see the faces are all different colors and I really want to use the gesso as like a primer to cover up all the colors of the different polymer clay, but also to create a nice base coat for my finished product. These faces are going to be used in altered bottles down the line, and so I need them to have just a really good solid coating, and that I can use either the Silks by Luminart, or I could use Inca Gold, or I could use just about anything my heart desires. I could be using ink for all I care, just regular India ink. This really depends on what you want to do with it. For my particular ones, I'm going to be using Silks. The gesso is probably going to need about 2 nice coats. I usually do lighter coats, that way it dries faster. Of course, I'm going to use a heat gun, a low temp heat gun, to speed the process up a little bit. But as you can see, the first coat covers up pretty well. And just going to work the gesso into the nooks and cranny of the face and the lips and the mouth. Just make sure that it's all nice and evenly covered. And I'm not too worried about the outside edges for my particular ones because I'm going to end up embedding them after I'm done when I'm ready to use them. So we're going to go ahead and heat set this. Just give it a nice once over until the gesso is dry to a touch. And then we'll go in for round 2 and just really want to get that even coat. And I suggest using a good brush. A really nice nylon brush will leave less brush strokes with the gesso, and we really want to have it as smooth as possible. So as you'll see here, I sometimes go back and work the brush strokes out and kind of work any little lumps and bumps that I might have left behind. And every once in a while you'll see I drop my face when I'm picking it up to paint it, so again, pay attention to if you do drop it or if the faces touch. Just like you see, there you go. Anyways, just really pay attention that they don't touch and that it's all nice and smooth. We're going to heat it again, and I usually let this dry very well before I go to the next step, which in our case is going to be using Silks. So today I'm going to be using Silks by Luminart. This particular color is called Nutmeg, and it's just a nice rich brown. I'm going to put a nice thick coat on. And I already have a baby wipe ready to rock because what I'm going to do is put a coat on and then use the baby wipe and take just a tad bit of it off. And it's just so that I can really just tint the gesso, and you can see it's a little bit darker where the indents are of the mold. And then I'm going to use a little bit of Pretty Peridot. It's a really nice light olive green, and I'm going to go over the face with that as well. So you can see it kind of glows. It's awesome. And we're going to heat that a bit, just for a few moments. Silks by Luminart really dries fast, which is wonderful. And then the last coat of paint I'm going to put on this particular one is going to be some Inca Gold by Viva Color. And Inca Gold can be put on with a brush, is what we're doing here, kind of a dry brush technique. And I'm going to coat the whole entire thing, and it just is a beautiful, beautiful embellishment ready to include into any of your projects. Here's a few others I did. Love how these turned out very vintage and then on a bottle. And here you're going to be able to see the bottle full. There we go. And of course, have a good day.